Zero, 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 zero. New beginnings. Okay, I'm gonna make this brief and short. I want to talk about shadow. What is this shadow? Okay. I remember years ago I had a friend, he was psychic and like me, and he said he could see my shadow. So I remember at that point when he said that, I didn't pay it no attention at that time. Um, I don't know why, I just didn't. But he said he could see my shadow. So what he was basically saying to me indirectly, um, was that I needed to work on my shadow self. Okay, what is a shadow self, right? Because the shadow self is a part of you. It's what is the shadow work, spirituality, right? So if you look up the shadow, um, what it means is working with your unconscious mind to uncover the parts of yourself that you repress and hide from yourself. That's basically all it is. Okay. Working with your unconscious mind to uncover the parts of yourself that you have repressed and hid from yourself. Okay. That's basically all it is. That's why they call it the shadow, because it follows you. Um, it's the parts of your emotions of yourself that you repress. Okay, you hide from yourself. Okay, a lot of people can't see their own shadow. Okay, now this can include trauma or parts of your personality that you're subconsciously consider undesirable. These are things that you don't want to face. Fears, trauma, energetic trauma, energetic fears, um, ego, okay, self, okay. Anyone can do shadow work on their self, okay. Now, also spirituality, the shadow work comes into play because once you heal your shadow or you get rid of your shadow self of that repressing emotions and you see yourself for who you really are and you feel the emotions and you deal with any traumas, um, the shadow will go. Okay, so this is so interesting that I'm saying this because I put a picture up and I'll never forget this. But I want to also say this too. It could be from childhood traumas. Mindfulness is when you just think, you're about yourself, your ego, you're egotistic. Um, you forgive. You forgive for your failures, um, because failures happen. Okay. Also, the projecting. Okay. You stop projecting your hurt onto others. Okay. Um, you actually heal yourself. And this also happens to you spiritually. Okay. You guys, I'm getting so many downloads that I just have to put them out. Okay. So let me talk about the shadow. So I remember, and I will put this up to share with you guys. I remember, um, my father just passed, and I was crying. I was on my knees in my room. This is no lie, you guys. This is a true story. This is the most profound moment besides the Kundalini and besides me looking up at the sky and seeing water above me. Okay. Um, were the three most profound spiritual events in my life. I seen water above me. I had that Kundalini um, awakening. Um, and I actually thought my father was in front of me. Okay. And now I'm really starting to believe that that was my own shadow. I could actually project my own shadow. And instead of it being behind me, it was in front of me. Okay. When I seen the shadow, I shared this with a group of people to get their insight. Okay. And one of my friends was like, "Oh my gosh, you actually could project your own shadow and see it instead of behind you, in front of you." But what's so interesting was the shadow, my shadow self, there was wings. Okay, wings. I couldn't believe it, you guys. Okay, so I was crying and stuff, and I was like, I remember this calmness that came over me, right? You know, when you cry so hard, I don't know if some of you guys ever did had this happen where you cry so hard where you actually fall asleep, or you cry so hard it takes all your energy out. Um, like when I'm channeling energy, you gotta understand channeling is not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of energy out of you because you're using your own energy to channel other energies. Okay. Um, so it's like you have to manipulate the energy kind of. Um, so you don't drain your own energy. Okay. So I remember I seen the figure in the corner of my wall. Okay, I will also put that picture up because I'm looking for that picture. And it's a video, right? So I was like, oh my God, that's my father. Because I felt my father's presence right there at that moment. Okay, he was letting me know, like he was covering over me, saying, "You're going to be okay," right? Um, and then it appeared. So I was like, is that my father? Because I know that he's not going to be reincarnated back in because he said he's not going to be reincarnated back in. Um, he's made it over, right? To the heavenly realms where there's no chaos, there's no confusion, there's none of that, you guys, okay? Those realms are very real. They're heavenly realms, okay? There's no drug use, there's no trauma, there's none of that. You are free from all that, okay, of the physical world as we know it, okay? There's none of that, okay? And you will feel everything that you projected on others, you will feel on yourself, okay? Um, you will see it in front of you and you will feel every emotion, okay? So, anyways, so I seen it in the corner of my wall. This is profound. So I sent the picture to my friends and I said I felt like my dad was here. He was there at that moment. Okay, he was telling me it was gonna be okay, and I also felt this calmness. So I felt my father, I felt the ancestors, and I felt my angels. Okay. So what was so interesting was I sent this picture out. I will put this picture on my page. When I sent this picture out, I got so much different feedback. Now, these people, some are psychic, um, some are mediums, um, and one person said something that was so profound. When he seen it, he said to me that it was possession. I was like, possession? Who's possessed? I'm not possessed. You guys, seriously. He was like, I have a friend that works with people that are possessed, right? And I was like, that's not possession. Um, Now this showed up in the corner. Okay, I'm going to put the picture up, and you guys tell me your feedback on this. Um, it had wings. Okay, now I remember vividly my father showing up. Okay, then about a couple weeks ago, before I started this journey, you guys, I've been getting so many downloads, so many information. It's unreal. I remember one of my friends said, "You remember that?" They were like, "You remember that picture you sent me?" And I was like, "Yes." They were like, "Was that your father?" And I was like, "My father showed up. I felt his presence because I could hear him." He was like, "You're gonna be okay." But they said to me, "You actually projected." They were like, "Jen, I think you projected your shadow instead of behind you in front of you, so you can see your shadow." So I'm like, "Well, how do I have wings?" Okay, because if you look in the picture, I want you guys to look at this picture. Okay. I put this video up and I was like, oh my God, this is my father. He got his wings. He did get his wings. Okay. He's my spirit guide now. Okay. He took that on. Okay. But what's so interesting was I was like, I don't have wings in the physical form. So where are these wings coming from? Okay. Remember I said that I'm not saying I'm an angel. Okay. There is angels that walks amongst us in human form. I have met them. I have came across them. Okay. Um, and then I have came across soulless beings. Okay. The energy in the room changes. Okay. Sometimes the ones that are soulless, well, I want to say soulless, lower beings, the energy is shift, but they can manipulate the energy. Okay. But they can't manipulate the energy, especially if you're a higher frequency and higher vibration. They can't manipulate the energy around me. Okay. Because I can tell the manipulation. Okay. But there's some energies that you can't read right away. And it's interesting. And I will do a live on that, not today, but another day, on what I really think this those energies are, okay? Because they can manipulate energy, okay, to a higher degree. Okay, so he said to me, could that shadow be yourself? And he said, how did you project your shadow that's normally behind you in front of you? Okay. So I thought about that and I would say, oh my God, what if that was my shadow side? Because I remember lighting the candle. If you look in the picture, there's a candle lit. And now I don't know. I know my father was there. I know an angel was there, but was that my shadow? So why was there wings on my shadow? Okay. So I will go in, I will deep dive in this topic. Um, because this is something I want to really deep dive in. And hold on. I was reading oh, what is it called? Hold on, you guys. I'll tell you the name of it because I've never heard of it before. And he was telling me about it. It's called I don't even know how to say it. Energetic wing energy. Okay. People are experiencing this, and I believe it's their shadows. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Let me make sure I'm spelling this right. Okay. I'm really starting to believe it's the shadow side of a person. Okay. Now, I Googled it. So the energetic body, energetic ether body, or ether body is the subtle body propound in the it's okay, it's a living aura composed of subtle matter invisible to the naked eye. Okay. Um the concept of meditation and spiritual practice, expanding of consciousness, chakras, and astral body activity, oral layer, human covered, colorful of the chakras. Um, your negative thoughts or your negative view of life also wears down your arthritic body, which is the closest to your physical body. Okay. And I didn't even think of it at that time in the way he explained it to me. According to ancient wisdom, there are several invisible bodies in a human being. Okay. And this is um, hold on, I'm going to read it. According to ancient wisdom and practice in practically in Hinduism, okay, in life there are several individual bodies in the human being. Okay. The knowledge of the ancient knowledge is fundamental as a tool for personal growth. The physical body is a visible one. The grossest level for many is the only level that exists. Through five senses, we experience the world of matter, food, sex, sensory, perspective, perspective, religion, philosophy, and science. However, tells us that in reality, we are not the body. We are the spirit that controls a body. So we are actually the spirit that controls the body, right? Just like the motorcycle drives his car, the driver decides the destination. Okay. So think of it like the motorcycle or the car. So when we get in that car, right? Okay. So we're just that physical body, right? Now the driver is us. So we decide what destination that we go. Okay. We go straight, we go right, we go left, we go back. Okay. Most of the most of the films produced today does not value the subliminal personal and spiritual growth of the seventh art. I don't know what that is, you guys, okay? Um but the physical body, through the body we experience matter, but ancient wisdom tells us that we are not the body. We're never the body, which I already knew that we were never the body. The body is a tool through which we can feel our emotions and leave a trace in the material dimension. Okay, remember when I showed you pictures of things that I was seeing? Um, that wherever we go, we leave a trace of in the material dimension of the energy that that we leave behind. The health of the body and the lifestyle determines the understanding of the higher planes of consciousness and vice versa. Okay? So the athletic body is the next level. It's the embodied etheric. Etheric. It is an individual layer of a few milliliters which surround the physical body. Okay? Like an envelope. The energetic plane is actually visible to those with the energetic sight and presents itself as an aura of white light. That's what I call the white light protection. Okay? That is the etheric plane is a fundamental importance because it is who keeps us alive across the etheric bridges. The energetic plane captures the source of life, okay, prana, and transmits into the body. Vitality is fueled by kama, the desire to live. It also an invisible membrane that connects the physical body to the higher dimensions. A healthy and correct lifestyle produces a healthy physical body and a function athletic plane. Okay. Then we have the astral body. Okay. Wow, this is deep, you guys. The astral plane is on the lower plane. Okay. The astral body. The astral aura can be seen by some who have facilitate or clairvoyance. Okay. Clairvoyance like a psychic like me. Okay. Um, this is what I'm seeing on the astral. Okay. So this is interesting. And then you have the mental body. Okay. But I can go on and on and on and on and on. Then we have the casual body. Okay. Um, so there's layers to us. Okay. So the layers that we have the casual body, and you have to awaken all these bodies to actually um, travel the different and then we have the mental body. Then we have the astral body, the body that when we sleep we astral travel. Then we have the etheric body. Okay, You guys, I'm not going to get into detail about this. So we have the etheric body, the astral body, and beyond. So there's many layers to us. And this also, if you look at it too, you can look at it as the chakra system itself. Okay. So this is my video on this. I might come back and do number 2, but this is the number 1 video that I'm doing on this. You guys, I am saying nothing but light and love. Light and love, my beautiful souls. 2022 on the clock. Light and love. Bye.